All right, let's go ahead and start with our location, climate, natural resource of United Kingdom, Russia, and Germany review. We're also going to go over political and physical feature of Europe. Guys, y'all really been doing good. Behavior wise, y'all are really behaving. I mean, grade wise, you guys are ahead, like what we've been talking about. Y'all are doing amazing. Let's just keep up this good vibe, good education. Let's always strive for that excellence. I have high expectation for you guys. So let's make sure that we are always working, always reviewing, always studying, so that not only we're okay. I'll stop yapping. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna start actually by looking at some map of Europe. We're going to look at the map of Europe. I already labeled everything. So for those of you guys that don't know, let's look at all these different places together. So we're going to start with political feature. Political feature. First of all, what is a political feature? We talked about political map and physical map being different, right? We looked at political map and we were able to see city, state, country, and all these different political feature. But when we looked at physical map, we could only see the physical feature, which were mountain, river, lake, sea, ocean, channel, things like this. And we actually double checked by looking at the political map. And I asked you guys, look for certain, mountains. And we were not able to locate any of the mountain because mountain, river, all these things are physical feature. These are physically there. Political feature, they're man-made borders and things like that. So with that being said, let's look at all the red. I put all the political feature in red. So let's look through countries. So let's start from Portugal. Portugal's right here. Spain. Then we go to France, Italy, Germany, and we have United Kingdom, Russia, and of course, Ukraine. Now let's move on to the physical feature. We're going to go ahead and start by locating Rhine River. For some reason, it's not there. So let's go ahead and draw it ourselves. Rhine River flows from north to south of Germany. So it will be around right here. And then, of course, it goes from north to south. Now, guys, why is Rhine River important in Germany? Go ahead. If your parents are next to you, answer it to them. Well, we talked about it in class. That river is a great trade route when it comes to shipping goods. It is great for trading, especially Rhine River in Germany goes through north of Germany and then it goes through different countries. That is going to be very beneficial for Germany. Now we go to Danube River. Danube River go from west to east side of Germany. I mean, not from west to east of Germany, but from east side of Germany all the way to the east side of Europe. So, but it flows from west all the way through east right here. That'll be the Danube River. Let's just put D right here and then R right here. All right, so Rhine River again, north to south, Danube River, west to east. Now we look at Alps. Alps is a mountain right here above Italy, north of Italy. Let's make sure we know our direction. North, the north side, south, the south side, and then we go to east. Guys, I'm drawing with the mouth. I know. And then west, struggling. So make sure we know our direction. And now, of course, we go through European plain. Guys, why is European plain important in Europe? It is because it's a flat, fertile, plain land, which is also known as arable. It is good for farming. Perfect. Now let's move on to Pyrenees Mountain. Pyrenees Mountain is right here, border of France and Spain. It is a natural border of France and Spain. And now we move on to Ural Mountain. Ural Mountain is in Russia. We're going to talk about it in location, climate, natural resource of Russia. But Ural Mountain is very important because one, it has minerals. People are going to mine and people are going to get a lot of job due to Ural Mountain. And also, most people live in west side of Russia, which climate is more warmer, which will be the west side of Ural Mountain right here. People will usually live right there. Now, English Channel. English Channel is this water path, in a main, that separates United Kingdom through mainland Europe. And of course, we're going to talk about why United Kingdom is good for trading because they're an island. Mediterranean Sea in the south side of Italy, beautiful place right here. And then let's move on to, I think we did everything right. Oh, no, no, no. We can't forget about Iberian Peninsula. Guys, we talked about peninsula. Peninsula is where a place is separated. Three places is surrounded by water, right? One, two, three places surrounded by water. But the land, one side is surrounded by land. That is a peninsula. Three sides surrounded by water, but the opposite, the other side surrounded by land, connecting to land. And I told you guys a little hack for this is you draw a U and you place it on the map and you will see if the U side is a water and the top side is connected by land, that is a peninsula. So if you look at Iberian Peninsula, it is a U, which is water, and then, as you guys can see, connected by land. Iberian Peninsula consists of two countries. What is it? Portugal and Spain. Oh man, I feel like Dora. All right, let's go. Let's move on to next. All right, so we're going to start talking about United Kingdom. Location, climate, natural resource is going to be very simple, but wait, hold up. If you didn't know this, make sure that you memorize this. Let me erase it so that y'all are able to, just take a second and look at this map. Pause, memorize it, study. All right, let's move on to United Kingdom. United Kingdom is an island that is going to be very important because that is going to help them with trading. Because they're an island, they can use ship to go across the world with boat. They can trade anywhere they want because they're an island. When it comes to climate, United Kingdom have a abundant rainfall throughout the year. Again, abundant mean plenty, many rain. It rains a lot in United Kingdom. When it comes to natural resource, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and iron ore, iron ore. Guys, we talked about a little hack, right? Most of the time, if we say, what natural resource do a country have? If you say coal, most of the time you will be correct. Of course, fishing will be very profitable because they are an island. That means they're, they're surrounded by fish. And 25% of country has arable land. Again, what does arable mean? It means good for farming. Now, most people in the United Kingdom live in urban area. We had a little survey in our in our class and we realized that is true for most places. Most people want to live in urban area where they have access to grocery store, fun life. They want to be surrounded by a community, big buildings, a lot of stuff. And then of course, there was few of us, which I'm few, but rural area, which we enjoyed, secluded ranch. We like horses, cows. I mean, that peaceful life. But most people would rather live in urban area. And United Kingdom, it's exactly the same way. 90% of the people want to live in urban, and they do live in urban. London alone has over 8.6 million people. How do they trade? We've been talking about it. United Kingdom is an island, which makes it easy for trade. Now, 75% of the British goods go to European country because they're the nearest. But when it comes to their top trading partner, United States, United Kingdom, we are each other's top trading partner as well. Now let's move on to Russia, Mother Russa. It is the largest country in the world and it spans two continents. We talked about Eurasia, Europe, and Asia. What is a natural border, though, of the continent of Russia? So it continent of Asia and Europe. What is a natural border? It's a mountain in Russia that basically separate the west side being the European side of Russia and the east side being the Asian side of Russia. What is the mountain name? Go ahead. Tell your parents. Tell your parents. Ural Mountain. Perfect. Now, when it comes to Russia, climate. What a shocker. It's cold, very cold. Guys, the average yearly temperature is below freezing, meaning sub zero. Asian side of Russia, Siberia, has the most extreme climate. It is very cold, guys. And because it's cold, most of the land is frozen. We call that permafrost, and only 10% of the country land is arable. We were having a debate in class and we talked about this. Russia has a large country, and only 10% of that land being arable is going to be tough. And that is going to make people move to the place where it's more arable because arable land means more access to food, more access to job. And again, when it comes to natural resource, they will, of course, mine in Ural Mountain. They get gold, aluminum, diamond, iron, coal again, coal, a hack, coal, natural gas, and things like this. And of course, we talked about Russia, 90% of the land being almost frozen, permafrost, not being arable. The Russia's size, rugged terrain, and cold climate make it very difficult for Russians to use their resource. So, to use their resource, first of all, people live in a city. People live in Moscow. 73% of Russian population live in European side of Europe, European side of Russia. Because the climate is warmer and the land is more fertile, meaning the land is more arable. Now, guys, again, most people living in Ural Mountain is the key. Most people live in west of Ural Mountain, where climate is warmer. How do they trade? Now, because Russia is big, is huge, and is cold, it makes it hard to trade. So what they do is they don't use ship. I don't know who said it in class, but they were like, no, they're not gonna put, boat on land and start shipping stuff. Yes, guys, they use railroad because rivers and seas are frozen most of the year. Russian goods are carried by railroad, and it literally goes through the whole Russia, and China is the number one trading partner. Again, location makes that one of the biggest reason, guys, when it comes to trading. First thing first, people will trade to someone that is near. If they can't because they have beef, meaning they're in a war or they have, some problem when it comes to political diplomats, diplomatic things going on, then what they're going to do, they're going to look for whoever is closer when it comes to their political alliance. So when it comes to Russia, China is the number one trading partner. It's very near. So that is why. Germany. Germany is in north central of Europe and it's on the European plain, meaning a lot of the land is going to be arable. And guys, Germany's location makes it very good for trading. As you guys can see, look at how many countries Germany is connected by. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and technically eight. I mean, let's be honest. If they don't want to go by water, that's nine, 10. I mean, it's so many. That makes Germany the powerhouse of Europe when it comes to trading. When it comes to climate, Germany has mild marine climate with year-round rainfall. It rains all the time. And eastern Germany has harsher climate than the western side of Germany, east and west. When it comes to natural resources, 33% of the land is arable. Of course, when it comes to Germany, because the northern side is open as we saw on the map, They are also fish. And again, I told you. What did I say? I told you. Hack. Coal, iron ore, potash, uranium, nickel, natural gas, copper is one of their biggest natural resource. Few of their, biggest natural resource. Timber is also very useful in Germany. Where people live, again, what a shocker, 75% of the population in Germany live in urban area near the Rhine River. Again, why is Rhine River good for people in Germany? Go ahead and answer. Yes, because it is good for trading. You have Rhine River that flow through north through south side, and of course, again, Danube River is also a great river for them to use for trading. Berlin, which is Germany's capital, is home to 3.5 million people, guys. How do they trade? When it comes to trading, they use railroad, but also they use ship as well because river, and of course they have access to the sea up the north. So guys, and of course Atlantic Ocean as well. So that makes Germany the hub for travel and trade with other European countries. That makes Germany very, very powerful when it comes to economy and when it comes to trading. Guys, that's it. That's really it. Matter of fact, if you watch this video, if you tell me on whenever next week, the code is flavor to life. If you tell me flavor to life, I will give you one haichu for watching the video. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Make sure one, you study, have a habit. It doesn't start later. As soon as you start, guys, it's going to pay off. Once you start having that habit of reviewing your material, whether it is studying, whether it is you playing soccer, everything in life, it is very important for you to review, learn, and then fix it, improve, and be better. I really hope you guys have a good day. I hope you have a good rest of the week. I appreciate you guys. That's it.